Lynette with Charm Grammy Crochet. How you doing today? We are at the camper, so I guess this is kind of a camper crochet, but I really haven't crocheted much. And again, I didn't do my hair because I'm at the camper and I didn't bring my stuff. Excuse me. I finally can style it a little bit, and this is what I did. So this is what we got. Sorry. But it's long enough to go behind my ears a little bit now, so it's getting there. I want to thank you all for joining me here for our kind of camper crochet. It is Thursday. We came out to the camper yesterday. I want to see if I can raise this a little. Let's see if this works for me. Well, that's better. Yeah. So we came out Thursday evening, like after dinner, Wednesday, because today's Thursday. And we did running around all day yesterday. We were in the car a long time. Probably from 7:30 in the morning until late afternoon, and then we did some stuff at the pool, or on our pool, and packed up and came out here. And I did not crochet at all in the car. We were driving in areas that I'm not familiar with, and when we're driving not on the highway in areas that I don't know, I like to look at them. And so I did not crochet in the car all day. That is the first time, and I can't tell you how long that I've gone for hours and not crocheted in the car. I didn't crochet at all yesterday, as a matter of fact. So that was really weird. But in our travels I did get, we stopped to eat, and we were a mile away from Hobby Lobby. And I have not been in Hobby Lobby for the clearance sales. And I wasn't sure. I had called a couple of Hobby Lobbies that were near to my home, and they said that they still had some stuff left. So I think they started their clearance like last week. And I wasn't chomping at the bit to go. I saw what Ginger, the yarn geek, showed, and there wasn't much in there that I thought, oh, I need to see if I can find some of that. And so I wasn't too excited about it. Then I saw Rose from Rose Likes Crochet. She did a haul, and she showed some of that cotton XL that they were selling, which when Ginger showed it, I was like, I don't really know what I would do with that. But then Rose said she was going to make market bags out of it and give it a try. And I thought, oh, I wonder how that would work up. And then I thought, that would also be really good if you got it in like neutral colors. I can see that kind of chunky, thick chain spun or chain made yarn as like trivets on your table to put your hot pads on and stuff, your hot pans on. I thought that would be really kind of an interesting look. And my daughter and daughter-in-law, they do neutral colors in their homes. And I thought, I wonder if that would be like maybe make an octagon shape, and that could be kind of a cool, just little, here, look what I made for you gift that they would both enjoy, and then maybe you could make matching coordinating, just, pot holders, but, with a couple of trivets like that. So I thought, well, if I go into this Hobby Lobby, maybe I can get some of that yarn and see how that works up, and just give that whole, and so then I was excited about it. Oh, I want to get some of that yarn. So we stopped at the Hobby Lobby, and I'll show you what I bought. I bought in the clearance sections, they had this, not yarn, but it is a needle case for your knitting needles. Like, you can just shove a bunch of them in there. I have two sets of needles that are in cases, that they came in. Oh, and I think, oh, no, it must not. I thought it had a measure. Oh, it does. It's got, I don't know if, yeah, you can see it's got a ruler on one side. I thought that was kind of cool. but you, so they're in cases and they're going to stay in there. A set of bamboo and a set of steel in cases, and I will keep those there. But then I have just for, I don't know, I've not bought them, but I've acquired, I don't know from where, knitting needles that are just loose in the bottom of a bin. And I thought I could use that. And it was on clearance for $1.49, regular $5.99. So I said, okay, I'll buy that. And so I did. And then I bought two of these, and they're not in the greatest shape, but these were literally the last two skeins of yarn that they had in the store, besides thread and a one weight yarn that they only had in black. I'm like, there is no way I'm buying a one weight yarn that's black. I will definitely lose my eyesight. So I bought what they had left in stock, which is really kind of sad. Or they did have Scarfy, but it's got wool. I can't use that. And they did have some of the Lion Brand Color Me Hue stuff, or color, whatever that hue stuff is. I didn't buy that. Those were marked down 50%. Well, the Scarfy I can't use anyway, even though the colors were real pretty. I can't use that yarn. And then the hue stuff, even at 50% off, I'm really trying to limit my purchases, but some deals you just can't pass up. Now this yarn is, like I said, it's the last two skeins and they're in pretty bad shape, but this is what I bought. This is the Yarn Bee Chunky Cozy in the color Ivory, and these are regular $10, and they were on clearance for $2.50. And I can't, I've been into making the Ammies in the chunky yarns, and so I was kind of thinking if they had chunky yarn, I would look at it. I have gathered up a shelf full, maybe a 4-foot tall, probably a 3-foot tall shelf full of the chunky yarn. And I mean, it's not that many skeins because it's, they take up a lot of space. But I really don't need any. But when I saw these, and I don't care that they're in, they're pretty beat up. That doesn't bother me. But the color is what got me. It's not really white. It's off-white. And it has a little bit of a yellow hue to it. And it just reminds me of a polar bear. And it sat on that shelf and said, I need to be a polar bear. I need to be a polar bear. Lynette, make us polar bears. So I don't know how much I would need to make a polar bear. I have a polar bear in a couple of my amigurumi books. And I'm like, it's just shouting at me, make me a polar bear, make me a polar bear. So I said, okay. And I bought them. And so I walked out of Hobby Lobby clearance. Are you ready? I spent $6.28 or something like that. $6 and change. Wait, here's my receipt. I'm sorry, $6.91. I know. I've gone into Hobby Lobby and had carts full of yarn. So this was, I guess, payback. $6.91. That's all I get. 2 skeins of yarn and a hook holder. I'm like, oh my goodness. But I'm real thrilled with these 2 skeins of yarn because I really am excited about making a polar bear out of them. When that will happen, I'm not 100% sure. But I want to make a polar bear out of those 2 skeins of yarn. I'm sure 2 is enough. I'm hoping. I mean, because it's, it's that chunky. I would think, I think I have a polar bear in my mini, my mini books. And I don't know if there's one in the micro mini book, but I know I have some in my other, other books of amigurumi. So I'm sure I can find a polar bear that I can make out of that much yarn. And I'm very excited. Oh, excuse me. I'm very excited to do so. Then today I had some running around to do because we have a wedding on, oh, excuse me again. We have a wedding on Saturday. Our nephew is getting married. And I need a pair of ballet slipper kind of shoes. The theme is formal black. I'm not wearing anything with the heel. My knees just are not good enough for that. Uh, and I've been like getting rid of things, and I have one pair of flats, but they have white beads on them, like little pearl looking beads. And so I'm like, I don't know if that's gonna, that we're supposed to be all black. So, and they weren't comfy anyway. So I went to Walmart and I bought a pair of shoes and, things that I needed to go with my dress. But I stopped in just to see in the yarn department, because you never know what you're going to get there. And their yarn department was, considering the Walmarts that I've been in, I don't go into Walmart very often, but I was a couple of weeks ago in a Walmart, and they had that Pioneer Woman yarn for $3, and I bought 5 skeins, the 5 that they had that coordinated. Well, they had a couple more of these of this, so I did buy this because I have 3 of this color, and then I have the peach or what is it called? The coral. Because on this Pioneer Woman yarn, which I just think is the awesomest thing, in the variegated, has all the colors listed, and then the colors of their solids apparently match this, and you can color coordinate and know that it's the right color, it's the right dye lot, it's gonna match. Because they tell you that it's going to. So I'm like, that is such a wonderful idea. Anyway, I thought, just to make sure I have enough for making, I want to use it for a boggy blanket. Not quite sure how I'm going to, put it together, but I have now 4 of these and 2 of the coral color. So I'm sure I can work out some kind of row pattern or something. So that's my big, huge Hobby Lobby haul, and even a Walmart haul. I walked out in this, come out to the car, Roy was in the car, and I have this bag, and he's like, where's the rest? I'm like, that's all they had. So it's like, well, you want to go find another Hobby Lobby? I said, nah. So I was out today, and he told me, because I'm shopping by myself, he didn't want to go. He says, if you find another Hobby Lobby or 2, feel free, just take the day and go, which was really, really nice of him, because usually he doesn't get mad when I buy yarn. I mean, it's not the money, it's the, where are you going to put that? And we're like trying to get rid of stuff, and we want to sell our house in January. What are we going to do with all that? And I'm like, I know. But he was telling me, just go see what you can find. I said, okay. And I did the shopping that I had to do, and we had gone to the grocery store earlier, so this was now my second trip out of the day, and where I was, I Googled where was the nearest Hobby Lobby, and it was like 42 miles away. I said, no, I'm not doing that. So I came home, and I did crochet today, so I want to show you what I've been working on. I started this finally. I haven't spent a lot of time on it. I've had to pull it out several times because apparently I don't know how to count. But I started the second panel, or the first front panel. Second panel altogether, but the first front panel. Where's my stitch marker? There it is. Hold on. I need my stitch marker, and I have it right. There it is. I forgot to stick it in there. Don't want to lose my stitches. So I'm doing this cardigan, like duster kind of length, and I want to do it in rectangles. So the back is done, and I'm going to start now. This is the, and I don't know that it's the right size. I haven't compared it. I am using Karen Skinny Cake in the color Grape. So this is the first one, or this is the back panel, and I haven't cut it off. I just finished it and left it where it was. I didn't cut it off or anything. But this is what the back panel looks like, and I really think it's beautiful. This is what the caked yarn looks like, and I just think this is gorgeous. I wasn't sure how. I need 2 front panels to be half the size of this. and I wasn't sure how to do it. And Trish from Mama Swift said, "Dum dum, you need to go double the starting chain." I said, "Okay," because I needed to be half the width but the same length when it's done. So I doubled the starting chain, and I had to start with 89 plus 3, so 92 stitches. And then this is the modern granny, so then you do a granny on both sides of that chain, and then you do like 3 in the ends, so you get the corners, that look like, you can see that, right? So you can see this, I'm showing you the back, like that. And then you do a row of chains and a single crochet in the space between, and then you go back and do a row of the grannies on those chains. So this is like my chains here. You can see that little chain space. And you can't forget to do your little corners in the corner, or you're going to have trouble. So I did, my original has 15 on each side, 15 granny clusters on each side of the original chain. So I ended up doing 92 stitches, I think. And got the chain, and now I'm 3 cluster rows in. Yep, 1, 2, 3. And let's see how we compare in length. Oh, yeah, see? Got that much more to go to make it. Hopefully it'll work out. I'm trusting the process because I trust Mama Swift. So if I have to frog this whole thing because we're wrong, we're blaming her. But that's okay. It's just crochet. It's not the end of the world either way. But I think it's going to be gorgeous. What do you guys think? I'm really liking it. I have the back panel. I haven't even measured it, or maybe I did. But it's like long, so there'll be like, it'll hang over a little. It'll be baggy. I'm happy with that because it has to be big enough to go around my big belly. And that's where I always run into trouble. So I'll do the 2 panels in the front, and then I think I'll probably trim the whole thing. I know I won't have enough for trim and like cuffs. If I do, I won't have enough for sleeves unless I do it all in white. And I'm the trim and the cuffs, which is fine, because I think if I did the sleeves in the variegated, that's like way a lot then. Way too many triangles of color. So that's what I think I'm going to do. And then I plan, when I stitch it together, I plan on making pockets, and those will also probably be white. Because there's white in the variegated, and I hate to make pockets white, but what else are you going to do? I don't know that I can match any of these colors. This is like a 3-weight yarn. I have 3 weights, but I probably don't have anything that would like match up to be pockets or trims other than white. So, but the pockets will be on the inside. I'm just going to leave a gap and then go like around in a circle until I make it to the length that I like for a pocket. So, I mean, it's in the, but it will, I mean, it's grain squares. It'll show, Maybe I won't make a pocket at all. Who knows? We'll see when I get there, but I probably will make a pocket on both sides because I like pockets. Maybe I'll even line them. No, that won't happen. Probably won't do the pockets in a granny stitch though, because your keys fall out. But I like to have a pocket to put your phone in. You carry your phone. So that's all the progress that I have. I'm really liking it a lot. I did work on and did not bring them with me. My hooker versus hooker sandals that I'm trying to make. I've taken them apart. I've redone them. They're in timeout again. That's all I can tell you. They're in timeout again. That's why I didn't bring them with me, because they might have ended up in the campfire. I might not complete this month's hooker versus hooker, sadly to say. And that's with Laura from Mammy's Crochet and Farming and Jan, an Alaskan Crafter. The podcaster that is involved in the challenge part of this month is Jackie from Crochet 80 HD. And I'll have everybody linked in the description box below. So please check out all the ladies if you haven't already. If you don't know them, check them out. They're all great women and wonderful crafters, and they should generally bring a smile to your face, which is what I hope for. That's all I really have for you. Just a quick video because I didn't crochet at all, like I said yesterday. I brought 3 projects, and that's all I did is that right there. That's okay. I took the day off. So that's all I have for you today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for coming and joining us. Subscribing if you're not subscribed, liking, sharing, give us a thumbie. I appreciate all that stuff that YouTube also likes. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.